Your thoughts on our guest artist this evening. Let us know. Tonight, very proud to be hosting in studio the very talented, the very handsome ladies, Kagwe Mungai. He's my man in studio this evening, and I'm very excited because this is one of the rare artists who are a jack of all trades. He's a Kenyan songwriter, he's a singer, he's a rapper, he's a record producer, he's worked with the big names. Let me not talk too much. Kagwe Mungai, over to you, and we'll be talking to him shortly as well. Stay tuned. This was for my
I've been watching you, watching on your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram too. I was hoping you would respond to my message, the latest, the one about you. I know you don't know me, I think that we could be more than just friends. Come baby, come slowly, together I could keep all to the end. Jenny, you're my darling, you're my sweetie, my honey. You can be my princess and I'll be your Giuliani. I'm your fan, I am your number one, I'm your biggest fan. You are the only one, I'm your biggest fan. I am your number one, I'm your biggest fan. You are the only one, I'm your biggest fan. Are you from Tennessee? 'Cause you're the only Tennessee, baby. And it's like destiny for us to be together like forever. Have 4 children, hope that's better. What? I know you don't know me, I think that we could be more than just friends. Come baby, come slowly, together I could keep all to the end. And you are my boo, and it's time you know. If I could be your name, would you be my wahoo? I'm a fan, I am your number one, I'm your biggest fan. You are the only one, I'm your biggest fan. I am your number one, I'm your biggest fan. You are the only one, I'm your biggest fan. I'll be your biggest fan, I'm your biggest fan. I'll be your biggest fan. I'll be your biggest fan, I'm your biggest fan. I'll be your biggest fan. I'll be your biggest fan. Be your biggest fan. I'll be your biggest fan. Be your biggest fan. Oh, 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 oh. This was for my number one. Oh, 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 oh. This was for my number one. Oh, 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 oh. This was for my number one. Oh, 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 oh. This one's for my number one.
So guys, there you have it. That is the very talented Kagwe. Kagwe, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so a lot of people are talking about you, Kagwe. I want you to tell Kenyans when did you launch your career? When did this music thing start happening for you?
Okay, so I began my music career professionally in 2012. I just come back from university and I launched my career with a mixtape called It Only Gets Better.
Yeah.
So that had about 10 songs and I released that on the internet just to, you know, get my name out there. Started performing a few shows, private shows, a bit more public shows like Blankets and Wine and the like.
Right.
So that's where the journey really began.
Okay. And your music explores various sounds. You do okay, let's just talk about what is your genre. How do you describe your music?
I was told by my friend the other day, it's called Afro Kagwe.
Yeah.
Because it's just so diverse and it's just so myself that it can't be really put in a particular box, you know. So I go by Afro Kagwe now. Because one day I'll do hip hop, one day I'll do R&B, another day I'll do neo soul, and then dance hall another day, and it's really how I wake up that morning. And I don't feel like confining it in a box just yet.
So Kagwe, sorry, you write, you record, you produce your music videos, you push your brand on social media. We don't see that every day. Why this particular approach? Because, you know, a lot of celebrities have people doing the donkey work for them. And we don't find a lot of people who know what it is that they want. Okay, this is a bit unfair. Everybody knows what they want their music video to look like, I'm sure. But you do your own videos. Why this particular approach?
I think that at the end of the day, and I don't know if other artists share the same sentiments, but at the end of the day, I feel like I'm the one who mainly understands my vision more than anyone else will. You know, it's this dream and this goal that I have, and other people can help me achieve it, but no one will ever truly believe in it as much as I do. And that's why I choose to, you know, be everywhere with it. And I enjoy all aspects of it. I enjoy the social media, I enjoy the directing, I enjoy the writing, I enjoy the producing and the performing as well. So at the end of the day, it's all fun, you know.
And your rendition of Ice Prince's Oleku, my personal favorite.
Thank you very much.
Why did you choose to take this particular song and make it your own, do it your own way?
Well, at the time, I hadn't released anything publicly.
Oh, by the way, not a lot of people even, I'm just assuming everybody knows what I'm talking about. Could you just do a little bit of it for us? Just right there, where you sit it,
Sure. Which particular camera?
Which particular camera? That one.
That one, okay.
Ole cool, tell me something where me no fit do. Pop, 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 pop. Malotu Monini Modeji, I hope you're ready, cause it's Ole cool. She feeling the boy, yeah. She feeling the boy, yeah.
Okay. As I catch my breath. How has this been received? What's Ice Prince saying about this?
I actually haven't heard what Ice Prince has to say about it. But it's a song that I didn't expect to do as well as it did. And it was actually one of the songs that almost didn't make it onto the EP. I debated it back and forth, and I just decided, oh, why not just throw it in there, add an extra song to make the numbers count. And it ended up being the biggest one. And you've worked with big names, Kagwe. Tell us who you've worked with, because we've heard your name being dropped, being associated with some of the big names in the entertainment industry. So who have you worked with? What have you done for them? Right. So I've worked with Matrax. We did a collaboration together that I produced, and we wrote that together.
Which one?
The song is called TKK.
Okay.
It's a song of mine. We haven't done a video to it yet, but the song is out. I've also worked with Eric Wanaina. I produced his single Selena. So I did that with Jazz Odongo. Produced Nishike by Sauti Soul.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That was you?
That was me. Yeah.
Okay, that was a lot of nudity, but
I didn't produce the video. I produced the song.
The song. I mean, and also the lyrics are a bit intense but very brilliant as well, of course.
Yeah. So Sauti Soul, and they were great to work with. Miss Karen of previously Camp Mula.
Wow.
Produced her last album with Jazz Odongo as well. Worked with people like Shah from Tanzania, and Vanessa Mdee from Tanzania as well. Jackie Chandiru from Uganda.
Wow.
So quite a few people here and there.
And how old are you again?
I'm 23.
23?
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
So the biggest fan, the video is hilarious.
Thank you.
And I want to just go back to your music videos and what goes into it in terms of the thought process, the directing and all of that. Have you actually produced all of your music videos?
Well, I wouldn't say that I direct them by myself, and I always give credit to the directors in the videos as well. but what we do is I sit there with them and we develop the concepts together. A lot of the time, whether it's something that I have the idea for initially or something that the director has, and then we just explore that together, and then it grows into this huge concept.
Okay.
But I have directed a video which is just mine, that is by an artist called Ramsey CLA. So it's called Like a Movie. The song is called Like a Movie. That I just did by myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Kagwe, what are you hoping to bring into the industry? You know, there's a lot of big names, and of course, just to make a name for yourself, takes quite a little bit of effort in terms of even just how much work you put into your gig, into whatever it is that you do. So what are you bringing into this industry? What is different about Kagwe just going forward? What are we expecting to see from you?
Well, you're not going to find your everyday Kenyan musician, and no disrespect to Kenyan musicians, because I love Kenyan musicians and I've grown up listening to a lot of them, but I'm here to change the way people will perceive music, or at least to inspire that change. I want people to come up to me, because sometimes people will come up to me and they say, my son wants to be a singer or a producer, does this work? You know, and I want people to know in Kenya and in Africa as a whole that music is a career that can be pursued and be, you know, you can be successful at, because it's not just something that you can do in Kenya. This is a global thing. As you can see, people are setting trends for us, winning Best African Acts and so on and so forth. And every day, people, what is it called? The next level is taken. You know, it's taken by the next musician, and I'm here to do that as well. You know.
So, is music the only thing you're doing apart from this? Do you have a side hustle, a side gig? Is this what you're doing? Are you in school? What's your story?
No, I graduated from university about 2 years ago.
Where?
In the UK, the University of Southampton. Yeah, so now I'm a full-time musician.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. And where can people catch Kagwe? I know I've heard about you. I've seen a couple of your videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
But where can people find your music? Where can people find you? Do you perform anywhere?
This year I haven't been performing at all. However, starting from January, there will be several performances, and if you go onto my website, www.kagwemungai.com, you can find more details about that. But if you want to download my music, all my music is available on Mdundo or SoundCloud or Wabe and iTunes as well. So just whichever one you prefer to choose from, it's available there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So out of all your hits currently, from Bad Girl to everything that you've done, what do you have Okay, this isn't fair, but what is it that you're most attached to? What do you feel is your best project so far?
I don't know. I always think that I always feel like my best project is the one that I've done most recently. Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, for example, that would be Creeper for me.
Creeper, and we're going to be seeing that shortly. So that you feel is your best.
That's my favorite one right now.
Okay. All right. And you touched about something. You touched on the fact that a lot of folks walk up to you and they say, "My child wants to be this. My child wants to take music seriously as a career." How was it for you? Have your parents been supportive? Because you said you went to university, but what is it that you studied, and how have your folks just received this approach from you of going just mainstream music? All right.
My family has always been incredibly supportive. I studied music at university, so it was something that we had all known from the beginning that I was going to go into, and they've been supportive all through. They come to my shows. They're just with me every step of the way. They're my backbone and my rock. They keep me humble and grounded. So yeah, it's fantastic. You play instruments as well? I do play instruments. I play the sax, I play the drums, and I play keys. Okay. So Kagwe, just looking at the Kenyan music industry, what's your observation? I mean, from what you're seeing, the videos you're seeing being dropped every day, our sound, which we have been criticized as not having a distinct sound that is Kenyan. What do you think about the talent that is being displayed around? You know, I think we need to work harder, first of all, a lot harder. We can't make excuses anymore. I think we are at a point in the industry's life that we can't make excuses anymore. We just need to work harder, put out content that our listeners want to hear. We have the skills for it. We have the people that want it. So if the demand is there, we just need to supply it.
Yeah.
In terms of maybe you mentioned
the Kenyan sound.
The Kenyan sound.
Yes.
I don't think we need a Kenyan sound. I think we've got so many diverse backgrounds within Kenya. You know, you have people from, you know, Kibera side, you have guys from Eastlands, you have guys from you know, Isiolo and everywhere, and it's just, there's so much sound and so much creativity that putting it into a sound, a Kenyan sound, is, I feel, restrictive.
Yeah, but why do you think, for instance, the Nigerian music has infiltrated so deeply in the country? I mean, you go to a club and half the time, every time a Nigerian jam is playing, everybody is like going bananas.
Yeah.
What is it about the Nigerian sound that is being embraced so much here? And there was somebody that was here in studio, I don't remember who said that we're playing Nigeria here, we're not playing Kenya, but out there in Nigeria, they're not playing Kenya.
That's
so
true.
why do you think some of those sounds are being accepted more than our own? You said we don't have a sound, but why is their music hitting more here than our own?
Because people want to dance,
Yeah.
and Nigerians and South Africans are making people dance. That is it. That's why it's playing in clubs. That's why it's playing on the radios, because these are songs that people want to dance to. I feel like we're at a point where people just want to dance and be happy. This is the phase of life we're in music globally. You know, it's not just in Africa, but globally. And the Nigerians and the South Africans are offering that. And I feel if we step up as Kenyan artists and provide danceable music, you know, that is relatable and fun, then we will be played in clubs, we will be played in Nigeria, we will be played in South Africa.
Okay, so talk to your fans, Kagwe. Where can they find you? On Twitter, on Facebook? How can they interact with you? Upcoming artists that perhaps want to work with the expertise of you, who can produce them and, you know, just direct their videos as well. Talk to them about where they can find you as we close. Yeah.
Right, so you can find me at Kagwe Mungai on Twitter, at Kagwe Mungai on Instagram, and at Kagwe Mungai Music on Facebook. My website is also www.kagwemungai.com, and my music is on mdundo.com.
Okay, and very important before we close, Kagwe, you chose to just go with Kagwe Mungai, which is what I'm sure your mommy calls you.
Yes.
A lot of artists are called, I don't know, this or that.
Yeah,
you know, some
fancy
crazy
nickname.
names. Why did you choose to go with your particular name and not a stage name as opposed to what we see around?
You know, that's very simple.
Yeah.
I figured if the world could learn to say Barack Obama, they could learn to say Kagwe Mungai.
Awesome. Well said. Maybe I should adopt my cover name as well.
Good.
And thank you so much, DJ Willie. You've been great. This is Kagwe Mungai. Look him up on social media. Talk to him. Very, very talented young man. I'm sure you will love the next video that you're about to see. Kagwe, thank you so much for your time this evening.
Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure.
Pleasure's mine. Thank you.
I come a girl a week ago, come a movie and a pizza dough. You've been gone for so long, and I think you're creeping though. I never had to sleep alone. When I call you, don't pick up the phone. Let me break the thing down, 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 down. My credit card, she's spending. She's spending, spending, friend request, she's spending all the time. Don't make it like she's just been inventing. Inventing, venting, long time pretending. I don't know. But I can lie. Relationship goodbye. Got you creeping, creeping, creeping. Got you creeping, creeping, creeping. Hey, no more Mr. Nice Guy. I'm sick of you and your type. Got you creeping, creeping, creeping. Got you creeping, creeping, creeping. Hey, just about a week ago, when I met her, we were so in love. Like a gift from the stars. Can't cut a man's sleep video. See a party on a weekend though. Weekdays and even Easter bro. She done mash up my life. She has spent the time requesting. Facebook requesting, shopping, commenting. Oh my lord. She is creeping up with my best friend. With my best friend. I'm crying and stressing. I don't know how. But I can lie. Relationship goodbye. Got you creeping, creeping, creeping. sinanga time Sama dendai yani panga line Kazi yangu ni kumanga life Na nikipata wife si kama wewe yani pata knife Cheki vile nime underline Venye lili kupata we were underlying I see babe, it's not what it looks like I see you tryna get ahead in life is what it looks like I ain't even mad though